What is going on? Well, hope you're having a good weekend. I know it's about up, but this guy is headed to the beach. So, let's talk about Carlee Russell real quick. Carlee Russell. Boy, she has caused a stir on YouTube. Man. So basically what I think about the whole ordeal now that, stuff's coming out, and I don't even know, I ain't even checked the news yet to see if she's been arrested today or anything. She's probably, I don't even know if she's been arrested as of making this video, guys. More than likely, not going to be much, just a bunch of misdemeanors. Golly, I've seen some headlines on YouTube where they're like, life in prison. I don't know. So this girl, from what I gather, and it's just, my opinion and all that stuff, I'm just thinking that, she's got some issues. Maybe she's had some issues. I know she's dealing with some issues. I'm not talking about going to jail or anything like that, but I'm just talking about like up here. Girl sounds like she's got some issues. Sounds like she she's maybe had these for a while. I don't know if it stems all the way back from her adolescent years or what, I don't even know how she was brought up. I don't know, maybe her upbringing had something to do with this, maybe she was spoiled. Because I've heard some comments about, well, she was spoiled. I hadn't looked into that yet, but maybe it was, maybe this whole thing is, she's spoiled and basically had everything done for her. And now that she's an adult, the whole independence thing is coming into play, and maybe it messed with her. Maybe being an independent person, making your own decisions and kind of just fending for yourself. You know what I mean? I mean, that's what you do when you're a grown-up. You fend for yourself. You get off mama's titty and you just fend for yourself. Well, maybe it messed with her. Maybe she couldn't adjust to that. Some people can't adjust to certain things. There's people that are in the military that when they get out of the military they can't adjust to civilian life. There are people that when they get out of prison they can't adjust to life outside prison. So, would she having issues like that? Once she's outside mommy and daddy, maybe she couldn't adjust to life, without mommy and daddy helping her. You know what I mean? And I'm sure mommy and daddy will help her with this. I'm sure whatever restitution comes up, mommy and daddy will probably help her. Maybe, I don't know. But I know there's going to be a lot of restitution that's going to have to be repaid here. In my opinion. I know Birmingham's a big city, but you got to understand they used a lot of resources they used a lot of resources in this investigation, and whatever her motive was behind it was all, at the end of the day, it was all for nothing. Again, maybe she's safe, she can get the help she needs. Unfortunately, at the end of the day, it's all for nothing. Resources could have been better allocated to helping someone that really needed the help. You know what I mean? Now, don't get me wrong. I think Carlee Russell really needs some help, but it's not in the form of someone abducting her or whatever. She needs some serious psychological help, maybe some emotional help. It's just I think this is all psychological. A lot of people are saying, well, she's just a spoilt brat and this and that, and could be, but I've never seen. I mean, this would be a very extreme case of being a spoilt brat. You know what I mean? This would probably be the most extreme case I think the U.S. or the world has ever seen as far as being a spoilt brat. There was that whole thing about running away if she didn't get a puppy. Y'all remember that? So, Carlee Russell, Birmingham, Alabama. Boy, she's caused a lot of grief for a lot of people, too. I understand that her employer has come under some, undesirable scrutiny. Hell, they just gave her a job, you know what I mean? It's not like they helped her plan this stuff. Of course, they fired her, from what I understand. Then there's her boyfriend. I mean, he's come under scrutiny. Her parents have come under scrutiny. God, can you imagine being her parents right now? I just wonder. I'd like to dive deeper into her upbringing, if you will. Did that have a lot to do with how she's acting now? You know what I mean? Or if it didn't, did she have some mental issues stemming back a ways that people maybe knew about, that just brushed it off as, oh, bitch is crazy? You know what I mean? Basically, that's what everybody's saying now, all over social media. So we'll have to wait and see how true that is. Don't know yet. She's not doing much talking, from what I understand. Everybody's just, it's caused, just for someone to do this, which I'm thinking, from my recollection, there's been other people do this before, whether it be for attention, whether it be just to try to get away and start a new life, or just what, I think a lot of them stem from some kind of mental issue, because the ones that I have read in these situations, whether they disappear in a national park, or whatever, a lot of times they'll just disappear. You know what I mean? They don't go the full-blown I've been abducted stuff. They just disappear. But in a lot of these cases, you end up reading in the news article where people say, well, maybe they'll get the help that they need now, which, if that's true for Carlee Russell, hopefully that is true. Hopefully she gets the help that she needs, and this, because if it ever happens again with this girl, would anybody take it seriously? You know what I mean? So, and now she's kind of put that stigma on this kind of situation going forward. Some woman, some 911 dispatcher, cop, whatever, whether it's the 911 dispatcher or the cop going out to one, if they get another call that sounds like this, you know what they got to be thinking. They ain't going to take it seriously, which ain't good, because 100% of the calls that law enforcement go on needs to be taken seriously. You know what I mean? Which it just, there again, you know, it creates just a whole, you know, a very bad stigma for these type of calls in the future. You know what I mean? And it don't have to be exactly like this. It can just be like, you know, a similar call to this where someone is abducted. You know what I mean? And first thing police is going to do is be like, good God, we got another one. You know what I mean? And that's not the type of perception that we want our law enforcement to have if there is another call of this nature, of similarities to this in the future. You know what I mean? So she's definitely caused a big stink and a big headache for a lot of people. I'm sure her family's embarrassed. I'm sure her boyfriend's embarrassed. Employers embarrassed. Everybody that's associated with this girl has got to be embarrassed. You know what I mean? I don't know if anybody, I mean, her boyfriend may be giving her family may be giving her a little bit of support, but yeah, she's really doing this. She has really embarrassed a lot of people. And I guess the question I'd like to know is there a mental issue behind this, or is she just a spoiled brat looking to get attention? You know what I mean? I think that's what everybody's wondering. You know, was there really an issue mentally behind this, or are we dealing with just a spoiled brat that was looking for attention? You know what I mean? So let me know in the comments what you think. I know there's tons and tons of videos on this out there. A lot of sensational stuff floating around out there and this and that. But I'm just doing some digging on my own, just some questions on my own. You know what? You know, like, you know, once we figure out why she done it, you know, how's this gonna, like I said, how's this gonna affect calls of this nature going forward? You know what I mean? So it'd be pretty sad if you know, something did happen on the side of the interstate, and you know, police are like, oh good God, we got another one. That it would be very, very sad for them to have that perception, but then when they get there, it's like the real deal. It's not a hoax. You know what I mean? So she's got a lot of explaining to do, guys. So drop some comments below. Let me know what you think, and hope you're looking forward to me giving you some content at the beach. And I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.